This is Chapter 2 of the video called Little Jack's Cousin Jordan Comes for a Long Visit. Chapter 2. Little Jack Sets Firm Boundaries with Jordan. Jordan arrived right before lunch on Sunday. Only Uncle Ralph came to drop him off. Little Jack's uncle stayed long enough to have lunch with him, gave Jordan a big hug, and then headed back to his home. Jordan headed off to the guest room and worked on moving his things in. After a while, Little Jack came by Jordan's new room and said, "Knock, knock." Jordan asked, "Yeah." Little Jack said, "Do you need some help?" Jordan replied, "No, I'm okay." Only Jordan didn't sound okay. He sounded almost monotone and rather depressed. Little Jack asked, "Do you mind if we talk for a bit?" Jordan asked, "What about?" Little Jack said, "Well, I know we haven't been the best of friends in the past, but I'd like to see if we can try to make things better between us." Jordan asked, "What do you mean?" Little Jack said, "Well, I'd like to see if we can find a way that we both can win, rather than just one of us win." Jordan looked puzzled. He asked, "What? What do you mean?" Little Jack explained, "Okay, for example, you and I will be going places with Mom in the car. I'm used to always getting to sit in the front seat, and I suppose you have usually been stuck sitting in the back seat because your parents have been sitting up front, right?" A little gruffly, Jordan answered, "Yeah, so what?" Little Jack figured that Jordan was probably thinking that if his parents split up like Little Jack's parents did, he would get to ride in the front seat all the time too. Not wanting to depress Jordan further, Little Jack hurried on with his explanation. He continued, "So, how about you and I take turns? You can ride in the front seat when we're going wherever we're going, and I'll ride in the front seat on the way back. Or we can do it the other way around if you'd rather. That way we both can win. What do you say?" Jordan said, "Yeah, that sounds okay. Whatever." Jordan shrugged his shoulders and continued to look sad and rather lost looking. Little Jack asked, "Would you rather be in the front seat when we're going someplace, or on the way back?" Jordan said, I guess on the way to wherever we're going." Little Jack said, "Okay, that's fine. Would you like me to leave you alone now, or would you like some company?" Jordan said, "I guess I would like some company." Little Jack said, "Okay." Then Little Jack made a quick decision. He said, I guess there's something else I want to check with you on. Um, well, have you been getting much peer pressure where you have been living?" Jordan said, "Some. Why?" Little Jack said, "What kind of things have you been pressured about?" Jordan said, "Oh, you know, smoking, drinking, and stuff like that." Little Jack asked, "What about drugs or shoplifting?" Jordan said, "No, not yet. Have you been pressured to try any of that?" Little Jack said, "Yeah, I've been pressured to smoke a few times, but I've always managed to say no. What about you? Have you tried any of that stuff? Or have you managed to say no, too?" Jordan quietly said, "Do you promise not to tell?" Little Jack said, "Yeah, I promise." Jordan admitted, "Well, I've tried a cigarette a time or two, and I've tried some beer." Little Jack asked, "Did you like it?" Jordan said, "No, not really. But I didn't want the guys calling me names either." Little Jack said, "Well, the reason why I've brought all this up is that I hang out with a group of older guys almost every day. We play basketball and stuff. Most of them are 8th graders. They're pretty nice, but one of them named Tom pressures the guys to smoke quite a lot. Jordan asked, "Has he pressured you?" Little Jack said, "Yeah, he has. The first time I said no, Tom didn't like it at all. I challenged him with questions like, 'Why do you want me to try them? Are you afraid I'll tell?' Jordan asked, 'What did he say?' Little Jack said, 'Well, that guy Tom said, 'You best try them if you want to be part of our crowd.'" Jordan asked, "What did you do then?" Little Jack said, "Well, I knew he was mad, but I still stuck to saying no. I told him it was nice of him to want to share with me, but I didn't want to smoke. I told him, 'Besides, there will be all the more for you.'" Jordan said, "That's kind of funny. Did it work?" Little Jack said, "Yeah, kind of. There's another guy, Will, who said no too because he has asthma and might have some kind of an attack or something. He agreed with me that there would be all the more for Tom and the rest of the guys." Jordan asked, "What happened then?" Little Jack said, "Well, Tom left me alone, but then pushed me around a lot in basketball to where I finally went home. But the next time I managed to say no again and got him to show me how to do this really cool jump shot. He got so caught up in showing all of us guys how to do that he forgot about pressuring me. And now he never does." Jordan asked, "Do the other guys smoke?" Little Jack said, "Well, Will never does. This guy we call Big Jack did once and has never done it again, as he is the man of the house at home and doesn't want his little brother getting into bad habits. His little brother wants to do everything Big Jack does. Some of the other guys also say no sometimes, so Tom isn't quite as heavy-handed about peer pressure as he was at first." Jordan said, "You mentioned a Big Jack. What do they call you, Little Jack?" Little Jack said, "Yeah, that's right, though I'm taller than some of them. But since I'm in the 6th grade and most of them are in the 8th grade, they decided that was how they could keep us both straight." Jordan said, "So, do I get to meet these guys?" Little Jack said, "Yeah, if you want. I just thought you might want to be forewarned about the peer pressure." Jordan asked, "Well, what will you do if I take a cigarette?" Little Jack said, "I can't stop you. I would rather you didn't for your health's sake, but you have to make your own decisions just like I have made mine. I don't intend to smoke ever. I hate the smell. Plus, I don't want to come home smelling like cigarettes and getting Mom mad or upset." Jordan?" Jordan asked, "Yeah?" Little Jack asked, "Why would you want to take a cigarette? Is it because you like them, or are you just trying to fit in?" Jordan admitted, "Well, I don't much like them. I guess it's because it's easier to say yes than it is to say no." Little Jack said, "Well, like I said, I won't tell on you. Just know that I will always say no to any of that stuff. I don't want to be like my dad with drinking, and I hate the smell of cigarettes, and the smell of ashtrays makes me want to puke." Jordan said, "Okay. Well, let's go. I'm ready to meet these guys. If I'm going to be living here for a while, I would like to start making friends." Little Jack said, "Okay, I'm ready." Tune into the 3rd chapter of this video called Little Jack's Cousin Jordan Comes for a Long Visit.